speaking of Undisputed and staying on the topic of Undisputed, there's rumors going around that, Terrence Crawford says he's willing to go up to 168 to fight the winner of the winner of Jermell Canelo, right? And that poses a lot of questions for me. But first of all, Crawford, this is your moment. I've been seeing him everywhere. Everybody's podcast, everybody's TV show, everywhere. So this is your moment. Go ahead and take it. Say whatever the hell you want to say.
Right.
But as you alluded to earlier, bro, I think this is about the payday.
Payday. I know that.
Because, and let me throw this at you before I ask you what you think. If Benavidez was the champion at 168, do you think he would say,
no,
I'm going to try to be a 3?
I don't know.
Not just for the fact that Benavidez punishes people, but just because that it's not as big, lucrative wise, you know what I'm saying? So it's really just about the payday, not necessarily about the legacy, it sounds like, in my opinion. But what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. No, because if you go back, initially when Terrence Crawford, I think he was in a Breakfast Club, and they asked him, like, yo, are you willing to go up? I think Charlamagne asked him, are you willing to go up to 168 pounds? He said no. He said those are some big guys up there, right? So I assume he's alluding to the bigger guys at 168, which would include David Benavidez, right? And he said he would want to fight Canelo at a catch weight, 158, max 160. But when Canelo ended up going, I think to Hot 97, he went somewhere. Oh, I think he went to the Breakfast Club as well. And it was talking to him. Canelo said, no, it's impossible. I can't go down. If Crawford would ever come up, he's going to have to fight me at 168. And then Crawford went to Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
And I guess he kind of changed his tune. And he was like, yo, no, I want to go up to 168 and fight the winner between Charlo and Canelo, right? Because if you think about it, those are probably, if there are two opponents at 168 that he may have a fair chance against, right? Top tier opponents is what I'm saying, right? If you have three, Benavidez, Canelo, and Charlo, it probably would be Canelo and Charlo. You get what I mean? I think him fighting Canelo at 168, I think Canelo wins only because of the weight difference. And that's because let's say he doesn't even fight at 154. Let's say Spence doesn't want to take the rematch, and let's say Crawford waits for that fight to happen and takes the winner of that fight. He's jumping up 3 weight classes. Yeah, I don't think he wins that fight. So I don't know. I don't think I agree with you. I don't think he's doing it just to fight the best at that weight division. I think he's definitely doing it, like he mentioned, he's just doing it for a money grab,
Yeah. And so something that people have been saying, like, for example, Clarissa Shields, Shakur Stevenson. Side note, Shakur Stevenson, stop carrying around the net, bro. Like, you are a star fighter. Stop running around like a cheerleader. I understand that is your boy. Support your boy, but you don't hold the net, man. Let somebody else hold the net. Like, what is going on, bro? But nevertheless, they said that they honestly believe that Crawford could beat Canelo. You were just mentioning the size, but skill wise, Canelo's no slouch. You know what I'm saying? He's
intelligent, IQ wise, he's not stupid, bro. And I think IQ goes a long way. That's why Floyd was so successful.
Yeah, Canelo is no slouch. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more there than size, of course, punching power, of course. But like Canelo has great head movement. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's not just the only difference is that he's bigger. He's actually a really good fighter. You know what I'm saying? I know there's probably been some hiccups recently, but he's a really good fighter, bro. And I don't think people are really fathoming what it means to just go from welterweight up there to, like 168 to fight Canelo, bro.
Yo, this weight class is for a reason. And I don't think people truly realize, like, all this skills pay the bills shit. That shit's a myth. Like, it's a myth. Like, I don't understand why people, the only way skills pay the bills is if you're clearly more skillful than your opposition, if you're by far more skilled. But if you're a relative and you're not like clearly superior than your opposition in skill, then the other factors play a role. Your stamina, your punching power, your strength, your size. Like, these play a big role in the outcome of a fight. And we see it happen all the time. So, yes, Crawford, I would say, is probably more skilled than Canelo. But what's the difference in margin? You get what I mean? It's not like, Canelo's like a Rolly, and then Crawford is where he's at. No, this is, Canelo we're still speaking about. Yes, he's faltering. I do agree, but come on. When that 3 weight class difference and he's still smart as shit, come on now.
Yeah.
They bite enough more than they could chew, but they're gonna realize it though.
Yeah, and even though like he may be faltering, bro, you think about who he fought too, bro. I'm not even gonna tell you a lie, bro. In my honest opinion, nobody like 175 and down, not named Artur Beterbiev, I don't think could beat Dimitri Bivol. You make a case for David Benavidez, right?
They'll probably get stopped, bro.
Huh?
They'll probably get stopped. If Crawford was to move to 175 and fight Bivol, he's getting stopped.
That's what I'm saying. So I know Canelo gets flack, because he lost badly in that fight. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't close. But like, Bivol is no joke, yo.
Yeah,
like,
he's no joke,
outside
bro.
of Beterbiev, Benavidez could probably make it interesting, maybe.
Yeah, Benavidez may have. He might have.
Even though I lean towards Bivol, but nobody else is beating Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence,
Fundora, nobody.
None of them are beating Dimitri Bivol. You know what I'm saying? Only person who has a real serious chance is Artur Beterbiev, 175 and down, and that and that's because of his punching power. You know what I'm saying? That nobody wants to get hit.
I ain't gonna lie, he got hands of, like, I don't know. He got whatever juice or whatever water Deontay Wilder is drinking. He got a piece of that. It may not be as potent, but it's damn sure close.
Yeah, bro. And the thing is, that's why pound for pound is so tricky. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying anyone who's considered pound for pound doesn't deserve it, but it's tricky because it's like, to what extent do you cap it and cut it off, right? Because Crawford, like I said, he's not beating Dimitri Bivol. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that's why pound for pound is tricky. I do think he deserves to be ranked wherever people are ranking him. I do think he deserves that, but I'm saying it's always such a tricky factor because, you know what I'm saying, when do you say, okay, this is the limitation of it? You know what I'm saying? Because realistically, this person versus this person doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, absolutely not. Like, you could be number one pound for pound, but doesn't necessarily mean that you can beat everyone at every given weight class.
Right.
Because it's just like a hypothetical. It's like, okay, pound for pound is like, I guess, your performances at different weight classes, but more importantly, it's like, okay, if you guys had the same similar stature and weight, who would win? But realistically, there are limitations to the body, right? So there are limits, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think people are underestimating Canelo. Because of the Ryder fight. Yeah, he's looking a little slowed down. But bro, he's still a formidable opponent. And
Ryder took some big punches that I don't think a lot of guys could take, You know what I'm saying? Because even when they were rumoring, like, Spence could be a part of that 3-fight deal, I'm like, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is a big puncher.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
And Ryder's big too, bro. Like, Ryder's like,
big
bro,
guy.
big, like, these guys are coming in not at 168 during fight night. These motherfuckers is coming in at like 180 pounds during fight night, bro.
Yeah.
Like, 100 and like, come on, 180 pounds. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, Crawford, you gonna move up to 168, and you're gonna fight at 180 pounds, bro, and move around like that, and think you could, bro.
Yeah, so it's crazy, So I definitely do think it's about the payday, of course, because it's weird, right? Because if Jermell wins, do you fight him at 68? Do you fight him at 54? Do you know what I mean? That's kind of weird. What do you think?
Jermell said he's gonna move down to 154. He said he'll move down to 154 after 168 to fight Crawford.
Yeah, but like technically, if he wins, though, he can dictate whatever he wants. Don't you think?
Yeah. If he changes his mind, he can just be like, I'm up here. Or he could be like, I'm going to 160. But I think Crawford is going for the belts. And I think because Jermell just got stripped, or he's going to get stripped, I think he's like, all right, F54, because I just want to be undisputed. I just want to take that. I just want to get a quick fix and just fight one fight and get all 4 belts, right? Like skip the line kind of thing. So I think that's where he's like, if you're getting stripped, then 168 is my option, win or lose. And if he loses, he still gets a big payout. And people's going to say, he was just too small. Like what Canelo said. Canelo said, if I beat him, y'all going to say he was too small.
Yeah.
Which is what most people are going to say. You
Right,
know?
right. So in terms of that, I know we've spoken about it before, but so Mel and Canelo fight September 30th. Crawford just fought that was July. So
Yeah.
so do you think he didn't take a lot of punishment, if any punishment at all? So he could still be fresh, even though I know training camp is fatiguing. So if Jermell and Canelo fight September 30th, I know Canelo likes to get those fights in. Let's say Canelo win. Do you think if Crawford is serious about this, they could fight at the end of the year? Canelo likes to fight in December as well.
Possibly, but the way negotiations might happen, I think it's going to end up being going into 2024.
You think Crawford would give Canelo a hard time in negotiation too?
I don't know. Canelo, Crawford is crazy. Think about it. Crawford is going to say, I'm a 2-time undisputed champion. If Canelo's like, bro, you deserve this, Crawford ain't going to be like him. Like, no, I'm arguably more accomplished than you are in the sport of boxing. I can see Crawford definitely giving pushback in certain areas. So depending on negotiations, I don't think it's just going to be like a simple 1, 2, 3. I think they can definitely get it done. I think it'll probably go smoother than the Errol Spence, but I don't think it's going to be like a 1, 2, 3. Just because I don't know. The feeling I get from Crawford is like Crawford, especially if he was given a hard time for being a 1-time undisputed champion to Spence. Come on, like, and he's trying to get a large payout.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ain't gonna lie, Canelo do be he be on his shit sometime too. So I'm wondering, but I don't be surprised. You heard it here. Do not be surprised if he was to beat Jermell and then go into negotiations, and then you see negotiations taking longer than expected. Don't be surprised, bro.
Damn.
Don't be surprised.
Yeah, that's kind of tough to fathom. I do want to see how it plays out, though. I'm interested for this fight. Just this Canelo Jermell. It's crazy because like either of them, whoever, no matter who wins, it's interesting what happens next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so interesting. I'm not overlooking, but I'm almost forgetting that we have like a big fight coming up here that we really need to pay attention to. Because this fight can shift a lot of balance in boxing.
Yeah, it really can, man. And I guess once they have that fight, then we'll probably, once it gets closer to that fight or after that fight, then we'll kind of see exactly what's going to happen next and whether or not Terrence is going to take or that rematch is going to happen with Spence at 154 or not. And if so, when? And then I guess who's really going to win between Canelo and Jermell, depending on who you have. So we'll have to, I guess we'll just have to wait and see, man.
Okay, so like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comment section, like who do you favor in this fight? Let us know if you think Crawford actually has a chance versus Canelo. Definitely interested to hear. So go ahead and drop those comments. We're interested to read them. Please continue to support the channel. We truly appreciate it. And 2 cents short of $1, and we're out.